Fall is one of my favorite times to travel, but packing for fall, well, that can be a little tricky. One day it's sunny and warm, the next it's chilly and rainy. So today I am sharing 25 fall travel essentials that you can probably grab on Amazon right now during their big deal days. These essentials will keep you comfortable, cozy, and organized. Let's go. Before we get into the video, I do want to let you know it is sponsored by Epicka, and I'm going to be telling you about their Pulse 45-watt travel adapter and the Trip Cozy compression cubes in just a few minutes. These two items have been on all my trips so far this year, so I'm excited to tell you about them. But first up, let's talk about layers. Layers are going to keep you warm and dry because fall weather is unpredictable, so you want items that are versatile, packable, and will keep you comfortable from chilly mornings to warmer afternoons. So first up, we have this multi-functional packable jacket from 33,000 feet. Like I said, when it comes to fall travel, layering is everything, and this jacket has become one of my go-tos. Fall brings cool mornings turning into warm, sometimes very hot afternoons, and the occasional surprise rainstorm, and this jacket will handle all of it. It's lightweight and breathable, so you're not going to overheat, but it's also windproof and waterproof with a waterproof rating high enough to keep you dry even in a pretty heavy downpour. And I love that it packs into its own pocket. So if the sun comes out, I can just pack it away and toss it into my day bag. It's got 5 functional pockets for all the little things: phone, keys, maybe a snack or two. And the stretchy fabric makes it super comfortable for everything from walking tours to very long travel days. But what separates this jacket from the rest is the brilliant design. The sleeves zip right off, so it instantly converts into a vest, which is perfect when the temperatures climb in the afternoon. One jacket that gives you 2 styles, so it transitions right along with whatever fall weather you might encounter. Next up, we have the puffer vest. This is one of my absolute favorite fall travel pieces, a good quilted vest. I have several. I might even be a little addicted. This one is super lightweight, but it is still really warm, which makes it perfect for layering. I love that I can throw it on over a sweater on those crisp, chillier mornings and not feel like I am drowning in a lot of bulk once the afternoon warms up. The fit is really flattering too. It actually has some shape at the waist, so it doesn't feel as boxy as a lot of puffer jackets do. And it's got 2 zip pockets, which is always a win for keeping my phone and keys safe when I am out wandering around. And the best part, it's low maintenance. You can just toss it into the wash, hang it up to dry, and then you are good to go. Practical, comfy, and still really, really cute. Up next, one thing I never skip when I am packing for chilly fall and winter travel is a good set of merino wool base layers. This particular mid-weight set is kind of the perfect sweet spot. It's warm enough for those really chilly mornings, but not so heavy that you overheat if the day warms up a bit. And because they are merino wool, they will naturally wick away moisture and resist odor. And I really put these to the test when we traveled in the Nordic countries last winter, wearing them multiple days in a row, and I never felt like they got very stinky or gross. I wore them over and over again. They layer really well under pretty much everything without feeling bulky. I even wore these under my jeans a lot during that trip, and they were super comfy. And item number 4 is merino wool socks. I would argue that socks are part of your base layer too, right? And these merino wool hiking socks are such a good fall essential. I wore mine pretty much all of fall and winter last year. And in this set, you actually get 5 pairs in a pack, so you've got enough to cover most of the week. They're mostly merino wool, so they're soft, breathable, and again, they wick away moisture, which means that your feet stay dry and you don't have to worry about that dreaded icky sock smell. I also didn't find that they had any itch to them at all, at least to me. They've got a little stretch built in, plus some arch support and cushioning, so they do fit snug, without sliding around, and they really help cut down on blisters. And the colors are just really fun too, so don't feel like your basic boring travel socks. And sticking with merino wool, one of my favorite fall layering pieces is actually a merino wool jacket that I've had for a while. Now, the exact one that I own isn't available anymore, but this one is really close to it. And what makes it so good is the merino blend. It's soft, comfortable, and doesn't itch, but it also has that natural moisture wicking and odor resistant magic that we've been talking about that merino wool has. I'm a big fan of the zip up hoodie style, and especially one that actually has thumb holes. And this one also has just a touch of fleece lining, so it's really cozy without feeling bulky. It's not just functional for hiking or camping, it actually looks great with jeans and sneakers if you're headed into town or grabbing dinner after a day out. Personally, I think for fall travel, it is the perfect go anywhere piece. And I've worn mine on long flights, chilly morning walks, and even out sightseeing. It always ends up being one of my most reached for layers, especially for travel. Now, gloves might not be the first thing you think of when packing for a fall trip, but trust me, when that wind kicks up, you will be so glad that you brought them. Because I have finally worn holes in the pairs that I've been wearing for the past few years, I have decided to replace them with this super cozy pair. They have a fleece-like outer layer and a soft cashmere-like lining, so they're way warmer than your average gloves. But they're also breathable, so you don't end up with sweaty hands if you wear them all day. I love that they've got the touchscreen tips on 3 different fingers, your thumb, index, and middle finger, so you can still text and check maps or snap photos without having to take them off. And their touchscreen tips work way better than any that I've had on gloves before. The diamond knit design and neutral colors mean they go with pretty much everything, and they do come in sets of 2 with 5 different options. If you're looking for the perfect fall travel shoe, a waterproof Chelsea boot is hard to beat, and the Sorel Revel Road is such a good option. It's got that classic slip-on Chelsea style, but with the durability and weatherproofing that you absolutely need when fall trips get a little soggy. The leather is seam sealed, so your feet actually stay dry, and the rubber sole gives you solid traction whether you're walking on cobblestone streets or just running errands on a rainy day or perhaps hiking up a little trail. I also love that they're comfortable right out of the box, pretty much like every pair of Sorel shoes I have ever bought. The cushioned footbed makes a big difference when you are on your feet all day exploring. And because you can just pull them on and they've got those elastic sides, they are super easy to slip on and off at the airport or to get them off when you're back at your hotel. Personally, I think the Chelsea style boot is incredibly versatile. Rugged enough for a wet hike or maybe a dog walk, but still very polished enough that you could wear them with jeans and a sweater or maybe even a dress for dinner or a night out. Another piece I always reach for in the fall is a good utility cargo, or some might even call it a barn jacket. It's just such a classic wardrobe staple. And this particular one is a nice medium weight, gives you enough warmth for those crisp fall mornings. And on the inside, there's a drawstring, so it lets you cinch the waist. So it'll actually give you a waist and looks flattering instead of looking super boxy. I love the big pockets, which are perfect for carrying my phone, wallet, or, lip balm, all the things that I want, reading glasses, the things that I want when I'm out exploring and I don't really want to carry a purse. The hood is detachable, which means that you can style it 2 ways, more casual with the hood on, or perhaps a little dressier with the hood off. It's just such a fantastic style jacket that gives you so much versatility. It looks great with jeans and sneakers for sightseeing, or you can layer it over a really pretty sweater and skirt for a dressier look. It is the perfect jacket to take you from fall to winter without missing a beat. A cozy knit hat is such an easy win for fall travel, and I love Love having lots of options to choose from, especially in bright colors. I just got this bright red cable knit beanie, and I think you'll be seeing this one a lot over the winter if you follow me on Instagram. It adds that perfect little pop of color that I love, and it comes in 22 different colors, so you can totally match whatever look that you're going for. Although it's a little slouchy, it still fits really well, keeping both your head and your ears warm on those chilly days. And I really like the brim on this hat. It's just a nice little styling touch that could possibly also give you some sun protection during those brighter days of winter, which sometimes can be some of the chilliest days in winter. Now, before we move on to the travel accessories, let's talk about two essentials that absolutely keep me sane and organized every single trip. Epicka, the sponsor of today's video, has solved two of the biggest problems I have when packing: bulky electronics and bulky clothes, especially as we move into cooler weather. First up, the Epicka Pulse 45-watt travel adapter. This little adapter is a powerhouse. It works in over 200 countries, and instead of having to carry multiple chargers, you just bring one. It has two USB-C ports and two USB-A ports, so I can charge my phone, my earbuds, and my Kindle all at once. And the 45-watt power delivery is strong enough to power my MacBook Air too. I use the Pulse adapter throughout my trips to Portugal and Africa, but I've also used it quite a bit for domestic travel. My daughter and I are getting ready to take off for a road trip up to the Red River Gorge in Kentucky, and we'll be staying in a very rustic cabin with, I don't think, very many outlets. The Epicka Pulse adapter is going to be perfect because instead of having to bring a bunch of charging blocks or an extension cord, I can just plug everything into the Pulse adapter, lightening up my electronics gear quite a bit. And the Epicka Trip Cozy Compression Packing Cubes are a true trip saver. On our last trip, our luggage didn't make it for a few days, but I was covered because I had packed a full set of clothes and a pair of pajamas in one of the Trip Cozy compression cubes, and it fit down into the bottom of my personal item backpack. I was amazed at how much I was able to pack in that cube. These Trip Cozy packing cubes are magic for fall travel because we all know bulky sweaters and jackets take up so much suitcase space. And with the dual zip compression, I can literally flatten down a stack of sweaters into something that will slide right into my carry-on suitcase. For our upcoming road trip, I'm not really planning on taking a suitcase. I'm just going to pack in the Trip Cozy compression cubes and carry them in a couple of different tote bags to make it even easier for packing and unpacking as we move from place to place. These have been super popular, so if you're planning fall trips, do yourself a favor and grab these during the Amazon Big Deal Days. I have both of these items linked down below in the description and the first pinned comment if you would like to check them out. A big thank you to Epicka for continuing to support this channel and letting me bring useful videos to you every week. All right, let's move into some smart travel accessories because these little things can make such a big difference on a trip. And one of my favorites are these Stasher silicone bags. They look simple and small, but they can honestly be kind of a game changer. They're made with food grade silicone, so they are totally safe for your snacks. And they've got this easy pinch lock seal that actually keeps liquids in. I can use them for everything from packing trail mix for a hike, storing leftover pastries from a cafe, or even corralling chargers and cords so that they don't get tangled. And when you're done with them, you just toss them into the dishwasher and they are good to go again. I am really trying to do my best to cut down on using single-use plastics, and using something like these Stasher silicone bags really helps a lot. One thing people don't always think about with fall and winter travel is how much faster your phone battery drains in the cold. There is nothing worse than being out exploring maybe a Christmas market or hiking in some crisp fall weather and watching your battery just continue to to drop lower and lower. And that is why I always carry a MagSafe portable charger. The one I've been using isn't available anymore, but this one from Anker is a great option. It's super slim and lightweight, so it snaps right onto the back of your phone and fits easily into your pocket or your purse or your backpack. The magnets are really strong, so you don't have to fuss around with alignment. It just kind of clicks into place and stays put, even if you're taking photos, making phone calls, perhaps updating your Instagram page. For me, having a slim little portable charger just gives me so much peace of mind in colder weather. You don't have to hunt around for an outlet or carry around a larger clunky power bank. You can just snap it on and keep on going. And while we're talking about Anker, one of my favorite smart accessories for fall travel is this little 3-in-1 wireless charger from Anker. Although it's tiny, it literally fits in the palm of your hand. It is powerful enough to charge your iPhone, Apple Watch, and AirPods all at the same time. No more juggling 3 different chargers and cords in your hotel room. It's MagSafe compatible and charges super fast. It usually charges my Apple Watch when my Apple Watch is down at 10% to a full charge in less than an hour. It's perfect for travel because it is so compact, and you can also fold it down flat into your bag. It replaces so many things that you don't need to take when you have this one item. It's one of those things that really keeps me organized and just kind of makes my travel life a little bit easier. If you have ever been out sightseeing on a chilly fall or winter day and got to the point where you're like, I can't feel my fingers anymore, this little gadget is about to be your new best friend. These are slim, square-shaped electric hand warmers. They are super lightweight, just 2 ounces, so they slip easily into your pocket or purse, but most importantly, inside your gloves. I really, really wish I had these last year on our Northern Lights excursion. They work super fast. You just flip them on and within seconds, you've got instant heat. And they have 3 settings that will go all the way up to get you nice and toasty. The charge can last up to 8 hours, so it will carry you through a whole day of exploring or perhaps a night of sky watching. They're safe, portable, and honestly to me, they feel like a more eco-friendly option than those old school disposable hand warmers. You know, the ones that have all those stuff inside of them. Now, if you've watched some of my recent videos, you've probably seen me mention this travel pillow before, maybe too many times. But honestly, it's because it is that good. The Sarah Sun pillow is totally different from those crappy neck pillows that you can buy in the airport that we've all tried and hated. Instead of just wrapping around your chin, or not even wrapping all the way around your chin, the Sarah Sun actually gives your head 360-degree support by anchoring it to the seat's headrest. I do love it for planes, but I think it's just as good for long car rides. It does have a built-in eye mask so you can block out the light, and it packs down nice and neatly into its own little travel bag when you're not using it. It's one of those things that really does make it easier to get some actual rest when you're sitting upright for hours. And that is why I keep telling you about it over and over again in my videos. Okay, let's talk about one of those travel essentials that's definitely more of an investment, but absolutely worth it. Noise canceling headphones. I finally bit the bullet and purchased the Bose Quiet Comfort headphones during this summer's Amazon Prime days, and boy, do they make a difference, especially on long flights. You can switch between full noise cancellation to block out the hum of the plane, or you can have it on an awareness mode so you can still hear announcements when you need to, or maybe if your neighbor needs to get up and use the bathroom, you can still hear them. They're super comfortable, the ear cups are plush, and the headband is padded. These are truly the only over-the-ear headphones I have ever found to be comfortable. The battery lasts up to 24 hours, but if you forget to charge them, a quick 15-minute top-up will give you a couple of hours of listening time. Hopefully they will be on sale again during these big deal days, so if you have been thinking about upgrading, this might be the perfect time to snag them. A packable day pack is one of those kind of sneaky little items that can be a total lifesaver during fall travel. Because the weather at this time of year can be all over the place, you could be starting the day bundled up in a sweater and a jacket with a hat and gloves on, and by afternoon you are just peeling off all of the things. Just throw this little pouch into your pocket, and then when you start stripping off those layers, you can throw them into the day pack. This one is super light and has 3 different compartments that will help you stay organized. It even has a nice little zippered secure pocket that you can put your wallet and keys in. With 8 different colors, you can choose one that totally matches your personality. A new travel investment for me is this travel steamer. Cooler weather means more layers. We've been saying this all throughout this video. So more clothing that can get rumpled and wrinkled, especially my favorite cashmere sweaters. This Jack and Rose steamer is perfect because it's compact. It's about the size of a water bottle, but it's powerful enough to smooth out everything from your cotton linen stuff to your cashmere and wool, like sweaters or jackets or pants, whatever you might need to steam. It heats up in just 15 seconds, and since it is dual voltage, you can use it internationally without needing a converter. For me, this is one of those small kind of comfort items that can make a big difference on how put together or stylish you feel when you are on the road. Honestly, I'm usually the last person that is worried about wrinkles, but the more natural fibers that I am adding to my capsule wardrobes, I am kind of looking forward to having a way to maybe not look so rumpled and maybe look a little more put together when I'm out there. Okay, this is another new item that I haven't actually used on the road yet, but I think it is a brilliant idea. It's a mini portable humidifier. The air can get so dry this time of year, and that's when you can end up with like scratchy throats, some congestion, or maybe just start feeling a little run down. This little humidifier is about the size of a wallet and only weighs 7 ounces. So it is super easy to pack and not take up much space. But the best part is how simple it is to use. You just screw on a regular water bottle and plug it into a USB port, like one of the ones on that Pulse 45-watt adapter, and then you are good to go. It runs quietly, so it won't disturb your sleep, and it even shuts off automatically when the water runs out. For me, it's going to be a great addition to my healthy travel essentials, since keeping the air moist helps protect your skin, throat, and sinuses. It can even make it easier to avoid those annoying, so annoying travel colds. When I'm thinking about fall travel, I'm thinking busy, charming city streets, maybe some outdoor markets to explore, places with lots of beautiful, pretty leaves to see. And with all of the clothing layers that we've been talking about throughout this video, I don't always want to be carrying a big, bulky bag. And that is why I love this pack-safe, anti-theft crossbody purse. It's lightweight and water resistant with loads of built-in security like locking zippers and RFID blocking pockets. With the locking strap, you can actually secure it to a chair or table when you're like at a cafe or a restaurant, which can give you so much peace of mind. And it's versatile. You can wear it as a crossbody purse during the day and then convert it to a smaller clutch style purse at night. A good packable blanket is one of those comfort items I absolutely never regret bringing along, especially in the fall. And this gravel travel packable blanket is lightweight and it folds down small enough to fit into your carry-on or even your personal item bag. It opens up into a cozy blanket that works just about anywhere. I've used it on airplanes, but it's just as handy for fall football games, maybe picnics in the park, or getting cozy up around the campfire. It does have neck snaps, so you can nap hands-free on a flight if you want to. But my favorite feature are these little insulated leg pockets that will keep your feet warm when the temperatures drop or the airplane gets really, really chilly. Plus, it is machine washable, so you don't have to stress about spills or dirt. I do love keeping one in the car too. It is the perfect emergency backup for those unexpected chilly moments that might come along when you're traveling in the fall and winter. One thing I've noticed with fall and winter travel is how quickly the daylight disappears. You leave the hotel at 4 p.m. and suddenly it feels like midnight. Or if you're traveling in the Nordic countries in the wintertime, it is pretty much pitch black. And that is why I love traveling with this rechargeable folding mirror. It's compact enough to slip into any bag, and it has great lighting, so you're not stuck doing your makeup in that horrible hotel lighting, like those dim hotel lamps or even those poorly lit bathrooms. It's got 3 different light settings, from a bright white that is kind of like a sunlight light, a softer natural light for daytime, and a warm yellow that's great to use when you're getting ready to go out at night. It even comes with a little 10x magnifying mirror, which if you want to do your brows or pick those stray stiff hairs that show up all of a sudden, it's great to use for that. You know, that one, I always get that one right here on my lip that I never can find. So having the 10x mirror to be able to find it and pluck that sucker out, yeah, it's perfect for that. Now, one of my favorite things to do when I am traveling in the fall and winter is to have something cozy to change into at the end of the day, or maybe to even put on first thing in the morning when it's still pretty chilly. This 2-piece knit set by Pretty Garden is the perfect loungy option. It's soft, stretchy, and super comfortable, but it still looks put together enough that you can wear it outside of your hotel room or accommodations if you want to run down and get breakfast, or perhaps even go to the coffee shop next door. The ribbed fabric is warm without being too heavy, and the elastic waist makes it easy to relax in after a long travel day. And the best part is that it comes in 19 different colors. So whether you like neutrals or something bold, there is an option that will fit your style. Matching sets like these are super versatile, doubling as pajamas, a lounge around outfit, your I'm just going to run down and grab coffee outfit, and honestly, it could be a really comfy travel day outfit too. Now, our last item works really well with this loungy outfit, and I think it might be like a nice little travel luxury, and it's this pair of foldable slippers called Snoozies. They are perfect to put on after a long day of sightseeing. You can kick off your shoes and just slip into these cozy little slippers. They've got a soft Sherpa lining that feels amazing on your tired feet, and with the non-slip grips on the bottom, you don't have to worry about slipping and sliding around on those hotel floors, especially in the bathroom. They do have, like I said, a little tiny matching pouch that makes them easy to pack up into, and they take up very, very little space. And if you are picky about style, you're in luck, because these come in 37 different colors and patterns. They're machine washable, so you can just toss them in the wash when you get home, and they come out looking good as new and ready for your next trip. I just found these little gems, and I think they may be my go-to travel gift for everyone this year. Well, now that I've got you covered for your fall travel adventures, you're going to want to check out this video next to see what travel essentials can actually save your vacation from disaster. Thank you so much for choosing to watch this video today. I hope that you have safe and wonderful travels.